What's going on, guys? Shawn Porter versus Errol Spence Jr. Showtime versus The Truth. Before I begin, I really just want to say that we're talking about two champions. And at the end of the day, a lot of people are talking as if we're not talking about two champions. We need to respect these two people, these two men. They're warriors, and at the end of the day, they're both coming to win. So respects to Shawn Porter and respects to Errol Spence Jr. for agreeing to fight each other. With that said, however, I do believe that Errol Spence may come out with the victory, and the reason why I say that is because I see Errol Spence being able to hurt Shawn Porter. I do not see Shawn Porter being able to hurt Errol Spence Jr. We have seen these fighters hurt in the past. One more than the other, but at the end of the day, they have both been hurt. This is the fight game. This is boxing. Blood, sweat, and tears. We know this already. But I just see Errol Spence being able to adapt and change his game with more comfort than I see Shawn Porter being able to do the same thing. When I watched the Shawn Porter fight, when he fought Ugas, which a lot of people thought that Shawn Porter didn't win the fight. But at the end of the day, we have to move forward now because the records state that he won the fight. But when I saw him try to adapt, which is what a smart fighter always does. A smart fighter always tries to adapt when it is necessary. It just didn't seem natural to him, which is obvious that it wouldn't be natural to him because nothing could become that natural so quickly. But he didn't seem comfortable either. Didn't seem like something that he wanted to do twice. When we watched Errol Spence Jr. switch up his game plan, switch up his style against Mikey Garcia, he looked like he was doing that that was his style his whole life. Like that's the way he loves to box all the time. And I think that that's something that a lot of people are not paying attention to. When a boxer is able to do these things with the comfort level that Errol Spence is doing it with, and on top of that, Errol Spence is hurting people more than they're hurting him, how can you even begin to believe that he is gonna knock Shawn Porter out? The only thing that Shawn Porter has on his side in this fight is that he is a champion. And again, we must respect that. But at the end of the day, one thing that I respect about Errol Spence is that he never really steps out of his character. When he's going into a fight, he keeps the same energy all the time. He's always ready to be himself. A lot of fighters get excited. They get excited. And what happens is they start saying silly things. Nobody in particular. It's just one of those things that people do. And fighters, again, are just people. But you never see Errol Spence come out of character like that. So my question is this. The difference between Ugas and Errol Spence. The difference between Adrian Broner and Errol Spence. One, Shawn Porter is about to fight, and one, Shawn Porter has already, two of them Shawn Porter has already fought. What is the difference? Errol Spence is relentless. He doesn't care about counting how many punches he has thrown. And if he does care, it doesn't seem that way. It doesn't seem that way. And he's willing to take a punch. Because you have to understand this is the boxing game, so you're gonna take a punch. Everybody must take a punch in the game. This is how the game works. You know, there's no cheat code here, no game shark. You're gonna take a punch. And Errol Spence has proven time and time again that he's willing to take one. And once he takes it, he knows how to maneuver around the rest of them. And get the victory. He's not going in there to throw one punch. And he's not going in there to show off. You never see Errol Spence in the middle of a fight showing off. I don't think I've ever seen that. And if he does, like, it's not even memorable. You've seen Ugas show off in the middle of a fight, or showboat. And you've seen Adrian Broner become too defensive. Errol Spence isn't going to make those mistakes. What you have to pay attention to is what these fighters do when it comes to fight night. Not what you think or what you want them to do. What do they do? Errol Spence keeps his composure at all times. And I believe that's what's going to make him victorious against Shawn Porter. Let me know what you guys think. Easy.